Nasaan yung bar? Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Titty Bar. New shape, new flavors,
So, you like this bar? Cheers!
new delightful experience.
Buenas noches, buenas noches. Este, el Dateline Teleradyo Enhanced Edition. Mga bisinos, este también kita tan junto, un hora y media de información, aviso y comentario. Ahora na di atun na primera anunsyo, el Department of Health ya asasale very recently lang gayot, el DILA total case count today as of July 30. Tasale 93,354 el total cases, cumulative number of confirmed cases. 83 cases ali kita kay na total case count. Kwanto gayot el total active case di aton 26,153. Itiene kita bien grande gayot no confirmed cases out of the total cases count done at 4,063. Mga bisinos bien grande ka este no for a one-day confirmed cases no as of July 30. Now ang nakita ko ng top provinces by newly announced cases, LNCR is on top of the list at 2,267, El Cebu 654, El Laguna 200, El Rizal 123, y El Cavite 117. El di aton disposition of active cases, yaabaha. El mild, sabi ustedes, normally 90% SL mild cases, pero yaabaha ya sila na 87.8%. Ya sabi ustedes, ¿por qué? Kaya subitamen el asymptomatic, no? At 10% yara. So that means 10% del S26,153 amosos asymptomatic. I-chere también poco makamiedo development aquí, no? Si to observe ustedes, el severe pati el critical case, hindi sa subi na 1%. Pero si mira ustedes ara, el severe case is 1.3% and el critical is 0.9 or shy of 2% in terms of severe and critical illnesses. So, ang nakita aura na detalles del total reported recoveries, we have 67,000. El di aton total 67,178 el total reported recoveries, while el reported today is 165. El total reported deaths is 2,023, pero alto aura yung manada area muri, around 40 reported today. May their soul rest in peace. Now, mira tamin kita kung confirmed death by date of death nationwide. So if you take a look at the graph, pasubida el cases from March 1 to May 1, yan plateau ele from May 1 to June 1, yasubia tamin ele from June 1, kabar el high point di suyo is July 1, August 1, by August 1 el mga numero pabahada, no? Alright, so amo si el di aton impormasyon no as of July 31 as far as confirmed death by date of death nationwide. Ahora mira tamin kita el death per region and month. Si mira ustedes na impormasyon tadali aquí na death no. El NCR tiene 13 ya muri. El Region 7 or El Visayas, tiene 12 ya muri, no? Mira kita el deaths per region and month. So you have, as I said, NCR 13, Region 7 or Central Visayas 12, Region 3 Central Luzon 7, el Western Visayas 2, Central Luzon is 7, Western Visayas is 2, Davao is 2, Calabar Zone is 2, El Zamboanga Peninsula 1, El Mimaropa 1. No? So total of 40 El Yamuri Aura. Amo se el datos no as far as the death for today, reported today. Now, anda kita confirmed death by date of death na NCR. As I said, para man-appreciate lang kita kunal graph, el graph tapadamira, el 7-day moving average di suyu, starting May 2 until July 31, flat el figure del Metro Manila. No? That means no hay gayod significant increase, no hay tamang gayod significant decrease. It's a flat curve. Now, siyanda tamang kita na Region 7, otro el storya na Region 7, no? Na Region 7, mira kita li, starting May 7 until June 21, pasubida se, no? Tan climb el graph, kabar hinahinay taabaha from June 21 to July 21. So ohala continua este, pero na Region 7 na Cebu, hindi flat kanila, no? Yasubi, kabar ya abaha. Now, anda tamang kita aura, el confirmed deaths by date of death nationwide reported on July 21, previous average di suyu, si miragane kita, no? Como se le na May 1, ya subigat ele, yan peak ele, April 1, and then ya abahaya tamin ele to May 1, flat leya keda from May 1 to June 1, ya subile slightly na June 1, July 1, and then ya abahale na August 1. Okay? And then, ese tamandamira ara si Ma'am Bay, confirmed death by date of death, no? Los bilog este graph, and este claro si Mirosadas na TV. Mabikita na hospital beds and mechanical ventilators, mga bisinos. Sina hospital beds and mechanical ventilators, LD Atun total ICU beds is 1,400 total beds. 54% is occupied, 46% is available. El isolation beds di Atun is 11,100 total beds, 53% occupied, 47% available. LD Atun ward beds is 4,000 total beds, 58% occupied, 42% available. LD Atun ventilators is 2,000 L ventilators. L occupied is 29%. L 71% is available. Ahora, chen lang yung komento ko ng ustedes mga bisinos. El Department of Health ya asya warning na mga na Metro Manila critical ya LDE level no del available hospital facilities. In fact, according to the DOH, tan monitor ya sila bonamente kay si mira ustedes el datos 40% ya el mga available spaces no. And nationwide, el numero del infeksyon tasubia gayot. Manada mga syudad aura, taprikura ase mga additional facilities. Akita na Zamboanga, el di aton local government of Zamboanga, taprikura ase 13 new isolation facilities. So, nisisita kita man hunto-hunto mga bisinos para tiyan kita additional new facilities. Nung sabi ito ko sa pasa, baka hindi man yun pero el kien man ara tahui, tiene posibilidad na kita el entra ali na isolation facilities. Por eso, nisisita kita dale soporta na ese mga isolation facilities will be set up by our local government as soon as possible. Kay kasubiya gana el level of infection, especially since GCQ ole el Zamboanga City. Hindi man to nisisita kada rocket scientist para man figure out na since si abaha el di aton level of quarantine manada mga hente at kami na ng mga pueblo, ng mga otro mga lugar ita kontribuhi se grande na spread del infection. Por eso, si miratuna di aton mga isolation facilities ara palta yase. So cosa man taas sa local government para ase mas grande kunese additional 13. I think we are behind you, Mayor Beng and all the officials in the local government to put more isolation and quarantine facilities. But I hope todo kita tadali suporta kunel di aton local government kasi si hindi kita tadali di aton suporta baka man problema kita as the infection rate will go higher. Okay, so man interview kita aura kunel un prominente doktor aquí na Zamboanga na si Dr. Fatma Ibatyu kasi channel ka naton mga importante anunsyo pati mga good ablangan kita mga positive information related to the finding of the COVID cure and other developments kasi si Dr. Fatma kere tamin eleman educate kunal mga gente kosa el mga positive developments na pwede kita saka related to this COVID infection. Dr. Fatma, good evening.
Good evening, Niles. Good evening sa lahat ng nanonood. Buenas noches, ba? Is it evening?
Eid Mubarak sa'yo, Dr.
Eid Mubarak. That's why I am, you don't see me often, no? In my hijab.
Yes,
So, because it's Eid today, I would like to greet all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Eid Mubarak.
Very good. You look great in that, Dr. Fatma. Dr. Fatma, thank you so much for being part of our program kasi kiragat kami takituhunto ka namon para I guess dito yung tamen este mission para man-educate mga gente tamen no regarding ang mga medical fields tapasa. Tiyan na ba ito mga notisya, Dr. Fatma?
Tiyan na kita notisya, you know, every day a lot of things is happening in COVID. Sabi to Miles, kami tamen mga doktor, we did not study this in medical school, no? Kay noy pamanse. Everyone is learning, everyone is trying to cope. Pakimodo gad kita pwede ayuda na di aton mga pasyente. Like me, I just came from my rounds in the hospital, no? Tamin yung mga COVID suspect, and I'm very happy all of them turned out negative today. So, but it doesn't happen to some, no? Mucho turn out, as you have mentioned a while ago, mucho gad kita positive. Today, in our national census, yes, subi gayon. And then, you know, I have a chat group. 4,000 un dia is really, really high. But the good thing, no, the good news that we can tell our people, even those in Manila, kansaw man el mga doktor, kansaw el mga nurses, el hospital, some of them are reaching near full capacity. But I think we have prepared well. You mentioned a while ago, maski el ICU bed capacity, nuay man kita, despite the huge number, no, kada ben grande el numbers, but we still have enough bed capacity on a national scale. Akal tiyan kita miedo when we were preparing. It was happening in Italy, remember? Akal, people were dying in the streets, ngayon sila on the hospital, pwede entra, and the ICU were no longer available to most patients needing ICU care. So far, no, alhamdulillah, it is not happening to us yet. Even if we have so much new cases, I think our medical community is coping very well right now on a national scale, and even I think locally. Especially so you mentioned na el muchutan rice miles, hindi man akal mga taen-tagad ng ospital, no, not the moderate and the severe. We're noticing na akal mga bien grabe, hindi bien mucho, mas mucho akal mga mild and asymptomatic. That's why el need gayod akal mga isolation facilities, and I'm very happy you mentioned a while ago na mucho se kita ara ta prepara, and we're asking our people who can help us with these facilities na ayuda ka naton. As you said, baka tiyanedia kita tamen el necesita entra o di atong pamilyas So we really need to support
Correcto.
di aton mga quarantine facilities.
Ah,
And
Doktor,
another
tiyan daw
good news,
to,
yes.
tiyan to na dito yung research, ya abla, number one, na akal mga non-pharmaceutical interventions, Doktor.
Yes, we have good news, no, the fact non-pharmaceutical, pag sinabing non-pharmaceutical, akalma hindi medicina intervention, no, in preventing di atong problema ara COVID. Yan milagad sila social distancing, effectivity di sa almost 80%, no? Noy ansina medicina, do you know that most medicines sa tadali ka nato na cure del mga 38%, no, even yung mga sa heart attack natin na mga uh, statins natin, mga 38 to 40%. But you see, physical distancing alone, at least 1 meter or more, will reduce the risk of infection by 80%. And wearing mask, magsuot ng mask, no, usa di aton mask all the time, reduces the risk by 85%. So, grabe gad sa chance ka naton para man-work LD aton prevention against this disease. And the rest, of course, yung hand washing ninyo and avoiding mga crowded places. We mentioned this also before, di ba, Miles?
So,
Also,
Dr. Fatma, usa lang gadto dito yung mask, pati man social distancing,
correct.
you can really reduce risk by as much as 80% of the time, all the time, no? 80 to 85%, you can reduce the risk of infection if you use mask and do social distancing. Ano yagat se? Klaro yagat se.
Very big, say. Correct. And this is proven by data all over the world. Studies, Miles, yan collect sila to prove, porque bagad kita man penalize sa hindi usama, porque gad sila kita esetan limit el number of people na mga restaurants, hindi kita tamanda entra, no, tan implement di aton mga local government el deben why mucho gente na un lugar. Well, because of this data, chen sa scientific basis el mga guideline del di aton mga gobyerno ko sa tan implement kanaton.
Okay. Dr. Fatma, what about akel number 2, remdesivir? Chen daw to update ali. Okay lang ba si Leo para kuntigo?
I can tell you about it. Remdesivir is an antiviral drug, and it is showing a lot of good results, no? Modest effect. Hindi man labang cure gayon, sigurado gayon. Modest effect, but it's good. It's a promising drug, and it's coming to the field. I think na Manila do Chennai Manse, some of them there have it already. And then there are other developments also.
Dr. Fatma, mandalang yung stele kasi dito yung mga notes, no? Ablaki remdesivir is coming to the Philippines and an inhaled version is in the works. So far, this is the only drug that has been shown to have a modest effect on severe COVID-19 disease. Local trials are ongoing, hopefully one of many to come.
Dr. Edsel Saldana. He's the one guiding our national government, one of the team guiding our national government in terms of medical support, no, information. These notes came from him, and sa Chen and sina mga nuevo tan blast message sa kanamon todo, Doktor. And kami we're sharing with each other, and this is so far yung latest niya na information to us. So that we will also be guided, pakimodo kami, prepara para na di amon mga pasyente.
At least siya nakita something to fight.
Yes, very promising. Talia said they're doing some studies being given on some patients na di aton alin na Manila.
Kosa ba sa remdesivir, Doc?
It's an anti-monoclonal drug. Uh, it's a very complicated drug, Miles. Usagad siya as antiviral, ansina. Pero hindi basta common kita ta usa, and it's really very costly. Por eso, di ba, na Manila ara ta uwi to el COVID. Alkansagad sila 4 million, 7 million because of yung mga drug na ganyan. But nasambuangan why pa kita experience. We're waiting for them to give a go and how it's given, guideline, why pa kita seki.
Okay, Doc. Klaro lang kat sa Doc. At least, ano. Number 3, Doc. Senator number 3.
These are mga antibodies, mga treatments sa Miles na ongoing. Do tanak bale, do akel tadalya kanatun. Di ba when you get ill, ta imperma to, your body produces antibodies to
Correct.
counter the infection. So this one, parang nilagay na nila sa isang gamot wherein binibigay mo na diretso sa pasyente. So, baski hindi leta pwede ase antibodies disuyo, ta pwede kita dayon ayuda kun element fight el vaccine by actually giving the antibodies. So, it acts like it's a passive vaccination, no, that we can give to our healthcare workers, akal mga so we should have the data in about 1 to 3 months. And
Wow,
it is very, very good report in the medical community.
Sa mga antibodies, Dr. Fatma, tasaka kita kunese, akal mga yan survive, no, na COVID-19, kaya yan sila natural immunity.
Yes. Amo sa right now, LSA immunity, amo sa kita ta espera pa, if you have the question, setan yachenia yo COVID, no? I already have antibodies. Lifetime ba sa immunity? Meaning, hindi ya ba yo man-infect uli? Okay? So, that is not yet very clear right now. While we are waiting, amo sa di aton fear, sinway kita immunity, baka pati vaccine di aton man fail. Kaya when you give vaccine, you give the live virus and you make the person produce antibody para hindi yale man kada infected. Na pero sa hindi manggali lasting immunity, which means baka every 3-4 months bakita klabas si chene vaccine, no? So, these things, as I have said, is very new to us as a COVID. Different countries are rushing to do all these things. But so far, these are the good news na masasabi natin for now. There are about 140 vaccines being developed and about 25, I think, for now is already ongoing na human trial. So I hope pwede sa kita man-succeed na in science. Kasi otherwise, we just wait cause chene gente tap kaya disuyo man fight el COVID, chene gente weak disuyo immune system or disuyo kapag by virtue of age, mga illnesses like diabetes, hypertension, hindi le kaya. So, hindi naman pwede akel maski mucho asymptomatic pero ese high risk patients dali lang kita, no ay machan. So, that's why our scientists all over the world are really trying to find an immediate medisina para hindi keda grabe el pasyente chene COVID.
Si President Rodrigo Roa Duterte yaablale na disuyo regular press con na numa daw kita perde esperanza kasi the cure could come even before the year ends. So ese dituyo anunsyo taabla tu na chene at least 140 vaccines. 140 vaccines with 25 trials. Ben grande gat se notisya gale. At least sabi, at least ablaya tu.
25 na human trials, yeah. And then after the human trials, phase pa se kabar for approval. So, mucho companies rushing, as I've said, 140 chene pa na animal trial pa sila, pero akelmayan una, mga 25 doing already uh, human trials for the vaccine. Pero ay ko sa tablaga di atong presidente, I think what he meant by a few months, akal monoclonal antibodies. Kasi, di ba, according to the update, it might be available in 1 to 3 months.
Amo ya ba si Dr. Fatma, akal tabla sila herd immunity?
No, herd immunity tamen, Miles. Amo sa un lugar, man allow ya sa kita todo kanila kada infected, no? Man allow kita, pero sa Buanga, sige kami na yaka mo, bibi, muri. So, once 80% of the community becomes infected and they already are immune to the virus, then amo sa talya ma-herd do, parang the entire group is already immune to it. So, hindi ya makamiedo kay do kaya sa do igual flu, akal mas kita lile, pero do todo yaman kita immune kunese. So, that's why I think there are countries akal igual na mga Amerika, no? Kapensa kita, porque ba si Trump, no kere leman mas, kay kere sila man achieve ya herd immunity gahak paspas, el ken muri, jalo ya muri, el ken bibi will remain, and then, pwede sila bira na normal. Kaya sila paskel. But our country, our kind president, no quiere manda ka natun muri. Kaya espera kita na cured. Esconde anay kita. Espera kita. No anay kita anda eskwela, no anay kita man akal resume work like normal. Kaya mo ay pa kita chance bibi si akal hindi kita pwede as di aton own antibodies, hindi kita pwede man fight. Chenya man antibody taas, espera kita. Kabar chenya man vaccine coming, espera kita. No makita dehalang kunal gente muri. Amo setup, that's why he's asking everybody, you just stay home, you avoid going to public places because of that. But there are countries kay mas importante kanila di ila business. Sige man achieve ya kita herd immunity para kabaw ya se, and then man move on kita na di aton life na amo se like may kwanto ya muri kanila million in fact millions ya, how many ya muri ben mucho ya, but that is not the direction yan take di aton government.
Okay, klaro lang si Dr. Fatma. So andaya kita ara Dr. Fatma na number 4. Number 4 is better antibody tests are coming. Lab-based ELISAs are up to 99 sensitive and 10% specific if done 14 days after symptom onset. Some of these measure neutralizing antibody, which would be a much better immunity correlate. ELISAs are much more sensitive than rapid tests because they use laboratory instrumentation to quantitatively measure antibody levels rather than a visual result which is subject to intro-observer variability. Largo poco. Pero paboya lang, doktor. Explica.
Yes. So, hindi ba ara chene kita akal mga rapid test, hindi man todo pasyente kita pwede man requirement, but those going back akal tabira na trabaho, akal can carry anda man travel onde, chene mga lugar tam require ka natin as a rapid test. El problema na current rapid test, bien confusing, hindi ba? Yung trial gani kita ng Sambuanga, we saw akal positive, negative gali, el negative, positive gali. So we cannot rely on that. So what are we using now? Wala. Akal lang syempre, sinakumpanya siya nagatumiado mandaman report sinway rapid test, ase lang syempre rapid test. But then, hindi manggali klaro ko sa result kita sa kada rapid test. That's why, baka siya na kita negative rapid test, tan allow ya kumpanya bira na trabaho kabar positive gali. And those tabing hindi kita mandabira, sila gali negative. So, that doesn't help us in our decision, no? That's why we're happy na chene at taben kami akal pwede kita ase paspas test kay ese ta pwede gad leman measure el number akali abla pwede, do color lang ba yan? Parang coded, no? Ang mga testing, yung mga rapid test. So, pwede din yung inter-observational. Mirayo negative, mirale positive. So, hindi, yun ang inter-observational variability. While quantitative, ta pwede gan abla el numero, kwanto gan el amount del antibodies, then mas helpful kel na doktor ken decide si pwede gad lebira no balik si negative gadle or positive. So, and then later on, Miles, I also want to talk about the other test, no, yung PCR.
Si PCR.
I hear, no, in the doon sa Caltarabia sila porque positive, yung banda sale, porque maansina, no, we will also explain kay the atong DOH and mga guidelines is always supported by science. Chene yung graph ali later. So, man-move anay kita na akal mga news ni Dr. Edsel.
Correct.
Number,
so, ika-5 ya kita, Dr. Fatma, almost all COVID-19 patients are no longer contagious by the 11th day of illness. Korea and Singapore are changing their guidelines for clearing people from quarantine and are going for time-based clearance rather than test-based clearance. For context, RT-PCR can remain positive for up to 8 weeks, but people are no longer contagious by the second week. This will allow us to record recoveries much faster. You used to have to have 2 negative RT-PCRs for clearance and free up hospital and isolation beds. People will also be able to see their loved ones sooner. A good news ese, people will be able to see their loved ones sooner. Okay? They are no longer contagious by 11 days. Okay, Doc, paki-explain.
So, and see na di ba we always hear of the 14 days. After 14 days, asymptomatic, no haya queda enfermo, quarantine, pwede ya sale, no? And then, akal kami na mga hospital, remember si Chenny kita un pasyente positive, bien tar nagadleta pwede bolbe. Because we need to get 2 negative PCR. So, amo sa takeda bien no gadel hospital, el recovery, we base our recovery alya, is very, very slow. Amo sa el dangerous because it will exhaust our medical resources.
So,
todo alya ka agad kita man negative and man negative gali si PCR, chenebes takeda mga months antes to man negative. But you are no longer contagious. So which means para so el guidelines para mandasale Korea and even Singapore time-based sila, takuntaya sila na dia versus akel saka sila el negative test. Same manner, I think I have a slide na i-explain ko paano kasi bakit lagi kong naririnig bakit positive pinauwi. And then bakit naman yung wala pang result ng quarantine pinalabas. 'Di ba? Amo sa permit rabia aton mga Now let me show you akal do graph Miles kal sa abla ka naton. Okay.
Mambay.
Okay. Ayan. This is pwede na to but chene pakal uno. Akal chene the yellow on top. Day 1 to 3 not that. The first one that I sent you, the very first one that I sent. No.
Okay. Ta preparaya kami. Akal ste chene days of infection.
Okay.
Days of infection and days of symptoms.
So, ese, yaabla, from the time, let's say,
El presento aquí si Dr. Edsel Salvana, no?
Salvana, the same person, akal, the same. Dali
Okay.
Kanaton
Amaya
update.
Doc.
Okay, ese. Amo sa tabla kanaton, no? from day 1, yakeda to expose, no? That's day 1 na person with COVID, there is no symptom yet, di ba? Day 1 to day 3, no symptoms, usually not yet infectious, no? LD2 RT-PCR, si alito ase, maski chenye and expose yase, 100% will give you negative result. Por eso, akil mga taliga, di ba? When they come to ideally, when they come to Zamboanga City, that is yan presume kita, yan exposed to, dito you travel arag, akil last day. Liga tuki, that will be your day 1. Hindi kita sedebe sa KL PCR man swab because 100% maski yan exposed sila, negative lang sa sali. Pero actually...
Doc, un rato lang. Manda lang yung explica, repeat lang ko sa to uli. Kaya so gali, akil tabla mga tauwi kita ng mga media, tabla na, yan swab gani kanila na airport porque negative kabar ko do ya bira positive uli.
Yes.
Kasi naman kail?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
So, amo ya gali sa explanation. Baka ya sa kanila 1 to 2, 3 days negative pero positive gali sila.
Correct.
Okay. Manda kita nila ulit yung graph.
Day 1 to 3. So, ang PCR negative. Day 4, okay, may pala siyempre symptoms but he can start infecting already. Pwede naman infect, pero may pala symptoms. Day 4, from day 3 to 4, big, movement. So, kaya kung ikaw ang doktor or healthcare naman man catch, if you do not get a very good history of exposure, baka sayang lang dito yung test. Kay if you do PCR test, L positive, 50% lang. You will still miss 50% of the cases. And if you just rely on rapid test, 100% todos sila negative. Diba? Ese rapid test.
Sí, claro.
So, 4. Now, on day 5 of the exposure, ang patient infectious yale.
Ali gayon. Ali agad infecta.
Yes. Amo sa L-time, pwede yan leman manifest symptoms. That's why the counting, but you must remember, Miles, everyone's are average, no? Akal, pwede, senehente, el prodromal, akal tabla kita, hindi paliman symptoms, pwede 1 to 10 days. Average lang sa L5.
Sí.
That's why
pero
we
na
are
RT-PCR, Doc, si mira to na RT-PCR, como 60-40 lang siyempre, 60-40. Tiene posibilidad, tiene posibilidad nuay.
Yes. Maski, tabla to tan fever yale, tan sore throat yale, day 5 del illness, pwede pa siyempre leman negative. Diba?
Pero si rapid test, 100% gayot, hindi pwede salbe.
Siyempre.
Negative lang siyempre.
Siyempre, that's why akal taanda ko migo doktora man rapid test yan useless hindi yung semandaas kay you just want to get a false assurance kay negative gan kay nuay pa to antibody ali because rapid test is detecting your antibody nuay pa to antibody amo pa lang ta virus, okay, and then claro. But the best time to do a swab is actually on the day 3 of your infection, genetic symptoms.
Okay, or day 8 from the period of infection, from the point of infection.
Pwede ito sa 80%, but you can still miss 20%, hindi ba? Na hindi sa kasalanan del doktor, del laboratory, del barangay, because that is inherent in the capacity of the test. Diba? Maski adlay, negative man, mataya sali, remember, there is the 20%. Now, what am I driving at here. Amo taabla, that's why the 14-day quarantine, positive, negative, debe gayon, hindi si mandasali. Si Chene exposure. Kal mga LSI, entraki, no sabi kita, infected. Pakimodo man to si aliman detect. Pakihaw, is there a person who can really pinpoint cuando layan infect? Para ablale akil di su day 1? None. El pasyente gani, el symptom, pwede ba sigad abla, doktora, 3 dia agad si dinyo calor. Na kwanto dia akil yan sore throat to, mga 3, mga 4, mga 1 week yase. Hindi ba? That's the kind of history we get, even in the hospital. Por eso, like me, that I have a patient, and tale, kunta-kuntayo, day 8, mantesle kumigo, day 5, mantesle kumigo, negative. Pang-repeat sa kami after 2 to 3 days, baka early lagad kami yan test. But we still take precaution. Naamo sa kita taabla na locality, na community, estaba tu pwede to siya na exposure pan-quarantine kuntigo na kasa numagad to sali kay hindi gad si klaro kay negative gad to hindi gad si sure and we cannot also find nila to maski antibody test 100% negative lang syempre day 8 when that is the highest very infectious si al pasyente. Okay. Mira?
Claro, claro.
Look, claro. So, day 21, day 21, from infection yan. Day 21 from infection. LD2U positive, 34% yan lang. Baligtad ya L data. Por eso, akal mga los demás, tardaya, kabarkerem, antes lang para sabi yo, you cannot say that because you're probably out already of the spectrum. Pwede kami man detect dito yung viral load. Okay? So, amo se, chenaya kita value L antibody test. Kay 99%, 21 days after exposure, positive yan dito yung antibody. Diba? Meaning, ablaya ka naton. Chenese past infection. That's the value already of your rapid test, antibody test. 99% positive. So, amo se el challenge kanaton man identify. That's why best gayod entra to ki ng Zamboanga City, no sabi to si Cheneto infection or nuay para hindi tuman-infect na dito pamilya, hindi tuman-infect na dito yung community. Si abla contigo mang quarantine, espera 14 days, man quarantine ngayon. I heard, is it true, some are being sent home for responsible home quarantine. Kay, mucho gadhente, baka hindi kita aguanta todo sila kita man quarantine. That's the loophole possible, no? Akal, nakasa sila, abla kita nakasa, pero tasali-sali gali sila. Kaya hindi sila, kaya ngayon sila symptoms. Hindi sila ta-intende na maski yan swab kanila, baka el timing, hindi pa gayon perfect para pwede man detect nila virus.
Kay na base na dito yung graph, Doc, day 5 to day 8, ali gayod sila ben infectious. Kabar no sabi, pakat sila ko sa sila kami na sila.
Correct. They can have symptoms, they can have no symptoms. But most of them have, right now, mucho asymptomatic. You know the reason why? Because people are wearing masks, you know. When you wear mask, when you cough or bankwento to, el virus sale na dito yung mouth, filtered, no? So, maski chenele ko sa sale, paapuera, the velocity and speed ba the virus, pati el volume, el amount, tamenoraya. Kay tamira sila, el level of infection, chene tamen relation na el strength del severity del virus, depende tamen, takimodo to yan acquire. So, mucho asymptomatic, they attribute it to akal more people are wearing masks.
See. So,
So,
Doc, amo
yan
gani,
ang challenge. That's why, sana maintindihan ng mga tao natin, kahit ako na doktor, I only see one patient, kunyari, and make rounds, and pregunta, where did you go 5 days ago? And sina, not everybody can remember the exact day. So,
yes.
what more, akal community na barangay tan aseswabing sila. I can just imagine akal mga LSI liga ta pregunta el di aton mga gente, where did you go, when did you come, like, do you have any symptoms? Sometimes else initially hindi pa man to set tan document kay mild pa. Si mild
Si.
hindi man to set tan remember, di ba? So
Si.
akal gali el dito you day one of symptoms. Diba? So, that's why si Pakulit, el doktor, pregunta, kwando gayon, onde gad siya anda, el ansina. Because we want to pinpoint onde ya kami na spectrum of disease.
Kasi, Doc,
Ay, el
por
outcome
eso,
del pasyente,
sige, Doc, continua.
el outcome tamen miles del pasyente, depende tamen, yun na nga, ng severity ng illness niya depends on the volume also, yung how virulent area kada infected. Kasi baka yapasa lang, baka hindi man bien, baka hindi man mount the viral load, no, yung ibig sabihin yung gaano kadami yung virus, not enough to really para tumbako. So multiple factors. Remember, taabla kita day 5, day 6, miles, this is based on average lang se. Cheda tamen largo. Okay? Pwede tamen le sa day 5, akel patient is already very infectious, chene sa symptom. That's just an average. So, por eso chene ta reklama, 14 days yon ang quarantine. Ya salayo, na 15th day, amo yo yakeda, impermo. Check yung symptoms on the 15th day. Saliya yun na quarantine. They get angry at the medic. The explanation is, you did not belong to the median. Okay? Hindi man tamen the same person, igual in manifestation. A median, meaning majority of people tali. Na baka yan fall to, hindi to part del majority. Alya to taga del symptom antes to tadagad el akal time, prodromal period, akal pre-symptom dituyo. So, hindi kel common because median, meaning most people will have it in 5 days el symptoms. Na ito, 14 days. So, amo sa tamen el mga pwede leakage na di aton mga quarantine, no? Baka, chene akal people with long prodromal or yasale sila el symptoms later.
So, no pwede lang kita, Doc, man-blame ng mga doktor di aton.
Yes.
Si, por ejemplo, tamanda sila man-release, kabar, it turns out positive. Kasi, tiyan agad mga gente, LDE la immune system, mas mapuwersa kontra na average gente lang, no? Or sometimes, ganun mga test. Doc.
Yes. Go ahead, Miles.
So, it means that even if negative LD2U resulta, it does not rule out na nuay to COVID. Nisisita lang to syempre mag-take proper precaution.
Correct.
Meaning, por ejemplo, ya keda to positive, kabar ya keda to negative, nisisita lang to syempre man social distancing, usa face mask, pati man alcohol pirmi para hindi ito infecta kasi tiyan na siyempre posibilidad na infecta lang to.
Tama, Miles. That's why a negative PCR doesn't make you sigura 100% na negative yagad to. Kay even if you pwede nga saka na height del dituyo infectious state, positive siyempre false negative SPCR. 20% false negative. Pwede tamen to alya entraw. Mas diabla to siya negative symptoms, negative man. Baka hindi gan si COVID o to gan si pwede pa rin COVID. Baka nag-fall ka sa uh, false negative. That's why na hospital kabar strong gad di amon suspecha negative man doktora nami kayo L-X-ray kwan man gad se L-ansina repeat the test after 2 days. So, but if you are in the community, kabar hindi man bin grabe, naamo senoy makontrol kuntigo el doktor.
Si. Oh. Por eso, bira kita ole na advice del mga doktor igual kuntigo that we should follow minimum health protocol. Diba, Doc?
Yes. Numaya kita man obsess kun kay kami gani doktor difícil ya kami kunesekuhi. Simple lang gan el guidelines. You protect yourself. If you are sick, you protect your family, no? Senoy to enfermedad, no matu entra na lugar, pwede to kada enfermo. So do not go to crowded places. Man must to para si man ken enfermo alya protected too. And then you wash your hands. Kay ese mga PCR tausa sa kami para ya lang si akeldo end line niya se para mag-segregate lang kami onde pone kunese kosa medisina usa hindi se para man problema el general community. El community diin niya problema is to protect yourself and your family. So si primero akal chene ya to mga sipon-sipon pwede man hindi COVID, pero pwede tamen COVID. So, si Chenancy naman, mas ito ng kasa para hindi ito manhawa na dito pamilya. Sa bata to, joven to, kaya to sa enfermedad, kabar, el dito na, beha, amokel el yato pa, bedridden na, yun ang mahirap. Mahirap sa pamilya. I hear some families saying, I know some people, no, akel, yamuri, positively, we have some doctors also like that in other parts of the country. Kabar todo pamilya, negative. Pakimodo se. Diba? Then because baka elkien yan infect kunele, kabaw ya di suyo infectious stage. Diba?
Correct. Si.
Oo. Baka elkien yan tapon na bieha, di man abla ka, hindi gan jokel, na on di man el bieha, yaanda nakasalang man se, kamo lang syempre se. But when the time she was ill already, dito yung antigen, dito yung virus load, baho ya. So, hindi ya pwede man-detect. So, maski man-test ka mo entero kasa, negative ka mo. Hindi ato guilty, hindi ganyo sa leukemia liba. You cannot say that. Kay, baka pasaw ya dito yung time pwede sa kakita positive na dito yung swabbing. Diba? That's why, tiyan mga bata. Tiyan bata infected. Noy man sila sa nakasa, di ba? Ken man saya liba kanila, na akel mga adult ta sa liba nakasa.
Correct. Doktor, asilang tamin yung komentaryo po ko, no? Kasi, kumigo kasi, sa mga tamira kita mga reaksyon, ali na media or kien all na mga na Facebook about mga, ay, porque saya aman release el doktor, kabar positive gali, ahora, el cosa tu kumigo ta abla na maski ng mga doktor, ta observa sila bonamente, cosa gayot el mas mejor solusyon para man-defeat ko este COVID-19. Kay simira kita na rapid test, pati na RT-PCR test, tiene gayot porsyento na hindi gayot pwede man-detect ko ng disease na diya na abla kita early pa lang el infectious stage pati akel si abla kita late ya ele kay hindi naman le infectious akel gayot period akel infectious ele alya gayot el makamiedo el doctor since no puwet no man kita abla kita como measuring tool ali no ese laman el mga test di aton ta obserba tamin gad bonamente el doktor por eso hindi kita nisisita man blame kun el mga doktor kasi sila tabus ka tamin gad sila mejor no.
Correct. Pati siyan false negatives it is inherent in the test. akal langgan el diso kapasidad man detect. Nasi el, but we have what we call our clinical eye, no? Sa hospital to, you are safer. Kasi alya to na quarantine, you are safer. Kasi pwede to dayon man alert si Chene ko sa malo to sinti. Nasi nuay to malo ta sinti na just stay away muna from the community. So we don't akal process ba man infect L1 hindi gad sa kita kada. We will not be over this problem.
Okay.
Nanoy man
Gracias, Doktor.
solution, I think the solution is really not to be obsessed with the test because your doctors are the ones analyzing it. You
Correct.
just follow our instruction. Our instruction is if you are well, you wash your hands with social distancing. If you are sick, you isolate yourself. Kunta, I advise my patients actually not just 14 days. Tan advice gad yo 21 days. Kasi remember, median lang gad kel. Median, no? Pwede longer than that. LB2 keda to infectious to others. Although tabla sila, after the 10th day, hindi yet to infectious. But can you really count ko sa LD2 day 1? Can you really identify kwando gadse? You cannot. So, dahil lang gadto mga 1 week akal extra para siguraw ya lang gadto kaysa mali to kada infected dito yung pamilya. You know, I think Miles, I got sick, no? I start of the quarantine time, March, may pa sa swab. May pa sa swab. Akal taradente sitan swab to, kabar mild to, sina door lang to si pwede man swab. So I came from an international travel. Since sintigad yun, baka COVID gad sa iyo. I stayed away from work, from my family for 20 days. I keep on reading. I'm not sure, abla din mo yung mga anak, Mama, can we hug you na? For self-quarantine. 14 days. Sabi ko, that is median. Pwede se mas lagpas ko na. 10 kita.
Okay.
Because we cannot afford to infect our family.
So Doc, amoy gani Kel, no? As we would like to ask for your final words, no? Kasi tamira gatyo, bonito ka dito yung advice. Na kita mismo, we have to do our own self-quarantine and we have to observe the minimum protocols. Kasi tiene kayo tiempo, hindi na kita infectious. So nisisita, usa lang kita syempre minimum, man-practice lang kita minimum health protocol para by the time liga kita non-infectious.
Correct. Man-follow lang gad kita, amo lang yung sa taabla. Kay di aton mga guidelines na di aton mga barangay, na di aton mga city health officers, akal kien handle gad di aton committee. Chene sa scientific basis. Chene sa rason, porque gad 14 days. Chene sa rason, laban extend pa to 1 days. I ask all of you to just follow ya lang. Sikiri
Okay.
pagkat hindi, you know, your life hard. So what if you go out only when necessary, man line to, man follow lines for social distancing? That is not so hard, I think, and that is not so expensive. Kontra man admit to na ospital, dito pamilya, kada impermo, the community, the government is spending so much already for all this, and the aton tamen role as a citizen is just to take care of yourself and your family. So, numaya to pensan entero mundo, kay you cannot, COVID is evolving. Di amon medisina, everyday, takambya pa el mga guidelines. Pero hindi takambya guidelines, ese social distancing, ese mask, and then now, na Manila, Miles, prinsipya sila guys, man use face shield, that add tamen si about mga 60% more na protection. I see more people now wearing the face shield. So si anda na bien public place, hindi man sa bien karo ay sa mga face shield, si pwede usaya lang si man. El Manila ara pa lang sila ta usa, but I went around, I did my rounds. I see many people akin na sa Buanga tao si face shield. And I'm very happy to see si Encina LDF community.
Okay, gracias gayot, Doktora. Will that be your last word or may we have your last remarks?
Well, that's all, Bas. I think I've talked so much. I don't know if they understood me.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so
klaro
much,
kayo.
Miles, for inviting me. And I'm not an infectious expert. I am an internist. I'm a diabetologist. But I take care of people with the ones that I showed you. Yan share lang nyo is an expert data from our Dr. Edsel. He shared it with all of us para guided namin kami. So I just shared a bit of it to all of you. I hope I was able to
Yes.
help clear some issues and controversies. And yun, to all my Muslim family and friends, Eid Mubarak. Thank you, Miles.
Okay, gracias gayot, Dr. Fat Matthew, abla si di aton birthday boy, si Konsehal Tito Saavedra, Eddie Saavedra. Ano daw, thank you so much, Dr. Fat Matthew, for your sharing. Kasi si Dr. Fat Matthew, who is one of our prominent doctors aquí na Zamboanga City, and tarindigan kami gracias kunele, no, for his sharing.
The first day, second day, on the 10th day, which is today, is already the Eid al-Adha, Feast of Sacrifice, celebrated throughout the world. But unfortunately, ang mga celebration is curtailed, controlled, because of the COVID time that we are experiencing around the world starting last December up to today. In fact, Saudi Arabia issued an advisory before that. There were no admission of outsiders from the Saudi citizens to perform the pilgrimage this year. Only residents of Mecca, no more than 10,000, performed the Hajj this year. People from outside Saudi Arabia were not permitted anymore to enter Saudi Arabia. More or less,
Okay.
STL significance of the day-to-day, Miles. Should you have any question, I'm ready.
Okay. So, no, Professor Ali, that would be all. And gracias gayot na dito yung backgrounder, no? We really appreciate your sharing to us this special
So the
day.
greeting is appropriately is Eid Mubarak, meaning blessed Eid.
Okay. So thank you so
Okay.
much, Professor Yakub, for your sharing
Okay.
on the
Thank you, Miles,
importance of
and
this day.
have a nice evening.
Okay.
Salamu alaikum.
Okay mga bisinos, amo sa si Professor Ali Yakub, no, tadalele el importansya. El next kita magkwento si Father de Ambra kasi special day tamen aura kasi amos te el dia del Fiesta Pilar tamen, no? Pati el dia del celebración de San Ignacio, no? Before that, magkwento ani kita about the mga travel cost infections, no? Sabi ustedes, ese tabla si indanante si Professor Ali Yakub, no? Manada mga gente ahora difícil kamina. So alya tamen na Saudi Arabia, el Hajj asigat sila poko lang mga gente. Antes milyones taanda na Hajj. Pero ahora because of the COVID-19, ben reduce siya kayot el numero de mga gente takabaanda ali na Mecca, no? Para celebrar con ese importante holiday del mga Muslim di atun. So takika natin hunto, no, si Father Sebastiano de Ambra. He is a leader of our Christian-Muslim dialogue. El nombre con ese is Silsila. Father de Ambra, we would like to get your greetings, no, for our brothers, for our brother Muslims coming from the Catholic community.
Yes, of course, I'm glad for this opportunity. Assalamualaikum to all the Muslim brothers and sisters. Today it's a special day, special day is Haji, Adiraya Haji, Eid al-Adha, And it's the great celebration, it's the greatest celebration in Islam. And I know that normally it's celebrated also in 3 different days according to tradition. One thing that is special and is very touching in this occasion is the sacrifice, some families or groups also
Taking care of dogs, in Zamboanga City. Dr. Anton, buenas noches.
Miles.
Okay, Doc, pwede era kami pidi dito yung mga tips dito yung pakimodo man take care mga di aton mga dogs during times of COVID.
Yeah, sure. It will be my pleasure. Thank you, Miles, for this opportunity. And good evening sa mga nabiya sa mga listeners.
Okay, we will start with the mga dogs dito yung Doc. Where will we start, Doc? Na mga ekal mga dogs chene home remedies lang at least ekal siya blagani kita hair loss, na mga pero di aton.
Yeah, hair loss is actually a sign of a condition. So it's very important to know na importante na okay, it's okay to give them home remedy. So it's also important to the root cause of hair loss. Kasi hair loss because also, one of the major causes of hair loss is nutritional. Especially when you're just giving let's say, the dose crop. So, tapos nagtahan sa ganit, tapos good for humans, it must be good for dogs. But remember, as a pandemia, it age faster than humans. Its requirement is higher than that of humans. So, sabali kita, mga sobra-sobra, normally, ang skin, baha, buko, sobra ka, sobra gulay. So, it's not enough. But mas importante, mas convenient is just to feed them dog food. Dog food, or stand down in price,